and welcome to the module on reports for HCR. To find the reports, you can go from the main menu options and click Reports, and then click on Dashboard. In the Dashboard menu of the reports, you will have a list of all reports that are available to you. At the top of the page, icons are displayed indicating categories that reports are filtered by. By clicking on each of the icons, all the reports associated with that filter will be displayed. Under the display box, we have a search option. You can enter full or partial information here to narrow your search for your report. Some reports may have a symbol beside their name. This is letting me know this is a custom report that I've created, while this one lets you know that it can be run in two different ways, summary or detailed. A summary report will give you the total numbers for each of the divisions, while a detailed report will include the names of the members. From the right-hand side on the three blue dots, you can click to open the report, or if it's a custom report created by you, you can delete. Clicking on the name row report will take you directly to that report. All reports can be exported to CSV or by Excel. Report processing time sometimes can take a few minutes. Once you click on a report to be generated, there is no need to wait for the report. You can continue working and check back later. Click in the Exports menu. If there's a yellow clock sitting here, it lets you know that the report is still being generated. Each report is also time-stamped and will give you an expiry date. The reports will expire after 4 days. All times are displayed in local time zone. If you have a delay in exporting a report, or if a report fails, you can go to the Exports menu and click on the refresh symbol. During high volume times, a delay may occur when receiving a notification that your report is ready. We do suggest that you go into the Exports page to see if your report is there instead of waiting for the notification. There will also be times where your report will be too large to display on screen. You will receive a message saying your report is too heavy and click for a complete report. Click on it and you will receive a report that has all of the options. Note that a report is limited to a maximum of 1,000 lines on screen. In the documentation, we have also listed all the report or the columns that are available for each report to help you understand what information is generated for the report. We've also listed a few tips for each of the reports, and we will continue to add more as time goes on. Now let's look at a few reports that are available to us. The first report we are going to look at is our registration report. It can be run in two different ways, summary or detailed report. To run a report that includes names of members, we're going to click the Action button and select Go to Detailed Report. Now there are a number of filter options available to you, but the one I want to point out is the online store box. If you have done any manual registrations or an exchange of a registration, please make sure that you leave this box blank. The reason for this, if you select an online store, this report will only pull registrations that have been done online. By leaving this filter blank, the report will include registrations from all sources. If you're looking for a report that pulls only your manual registrations, you can select Admin from the Origin box. Now, I do want to point out one column that is listed in this report. It's called Missing Documents. You will notice that this column shows ones or zeros. This lets you know that if it's a 1, they are missing documents, or if it's a 0, there is no missing documents flagged on their profile. Please remember, setting up documents that are required on a member's profile is done from the Settings menu. This option is time-stamped, meaning if a member has a confirmed status and there's been no change to that profile, the column will show 0, or letting you know that nothing is missing. Once a change has been made to the profile will then go through the validation process to see if there's anything missing. If you are looking for a report for who owes money for that current season, I do like to use this report. I use the custom report option. I give it a name. I can add a description so that if I want to run this report over again, I know what information I was pulling. If I do want to save this report, I click in the Save Filter Values. For this report, I do like to use the HCR number. I may want their names, their email address, amount due, and I might want their division, which is listed near the bottom. Then I click Save. Click on View Report. And you can see I have a nice clean report that shows me exactly who owes money. Now let's look at the branch report. This report also can be run in 2 different ways, summary or detailed. If I would like to include member or branches that are underneath my tree, I can either click on the tree symbol and select member or branch offices, or I can click the drop-down menu and I can select all. The next report we're going to look at is the rostered participant report. This report includes all bench staff and team players that are from a team. You can run by selecting one team at a time, or you can select all from that club. The outstanding balance report. I do want to go over this because I do get a lot of questions. This report will not let you know who owes money on their registrations for that season. The outstanding balance box is not attached to transactions. On a member's profile, there is a display box for outstanding balance. This is a manually entered box and is used to block a member from registering online until they have cleared their outstanding balances from other seasons. This report is used to generate a list of those members and shows the amounts that they've paid or need to pay. Now let's look at the qualification report. When running a qualification report, you can click to filter if they are rostered on a team. This will narrow your search results. You select the qualification that you're wanting the member to have. You can also click to see what status they have. You can also enter a birth date range. This will also narrow your search. One little tip. Under the qualification report, you can type in birth certificate. I do point this out because this is not exactly what you're thinking it might mean. This will not pull to find out if there's a birth certificate on the member's profile. This is an old qualification that came from the other system and is still housed here. The other tip I want to point out is that this will pull from your membership that has shared profiles. So keep in mind that it will include all members that have a connection to your club. Now let's move over to the qualification deficiency report. Running this report, you can filter on if they have a registration with your association only. This will narrow your search for your active members of your own association. Next, let's look at the team deficiency report. This report you can use for all members that are missing information on their profiles. So if anyone has missing waivers, missing documents, missing fields that are required, maybe a background check that is expired, an outstanding balance, an unconfirmed address, or is missing qualifications. All of these things will stop a member from being approved on a roster. Another report that you can use for that is the participants report. This report is also good for running a report on members that have not registered yet for that season. Click the No Membership checkbox, and this will give you a list of members that have not registered for that season. The next report we're going to look at is the transaction report. This report will generate information for the method of payment, the payment type, and also for ones that have been accepted or declined a transaction. You can also use this report for refunds. The next report we're going to look at is the credit report. This will generate information for all the credits on file. You can select to find out ones that are active or ones that have balances. You can also use the credit category to narrow your search for your report. And you can also use this to find out credits that were added during an exchange of a package, or maybe for credit of an invoice. A credit of an invoice is when you remove the amount due off a member's profile. The last report I want to look at is print registration form. This report I like to print and keep a copy handy near my computer. For times when I have a walk-in membership registration, or somebody calls me and I have to create a profile manually, this report will show you everything that is needed to create a completed profile. It also lets you know what documents are going to be asked for and includes all waivers that need to be signed. Again, this report is called Print Registration Form. If you have any questions on any of these reports, or you can create a ticket with our CS team and they will be happy to help you.